Which of the following statements are correct in regards to the security market line? Okay, 1. An underpriced security will plot below the security market line. Right or wrong? Oh, I didn't put it here. And that would be this would be an overpriced asset. So if you're above the line, you're underpriced, below the line, overpriced. So mentally revert the meanings. So 1 is not correct, okay? The security with a beta of 1.8 will plot on the security market line if it is correctly priced, right or wrong? Why do you think so?
Because if it's priced correctly, then it should be right on the line. If it's not overpriced, it won't be below.
Exactly. What your beta is doesn't matter. If you correct the price, you're on the line, whether the beta is 0.5 or 5. So 2 is correct. A portfolio with a beta of 0.98 will plot to the right of overall market. So if I put let's see, this one a beta of 1, okay? That would be the market portfolio, right? If you have a beta of 0.98, are you going to be to the right or to the left? Huh? To the left. So that is not correct either. A security with a beta of 1.12 will plot above the security market line if it is correctly priced. Again, no, that's not the case. It will be on the line. So it's just 2 that is correct. Okay. I love these questions because I can ask you 5 different things. Technically, you can make these not multiple choice, but multiple answers. But I need to get back to my responded software. What's the goal of diversification? Why do you do that? It's the main purpose of having a diversified portfolio. What do you think? Since nobody's answering, I might as well talk to you guys.
Systematic risk.
No, you can never get rid of systematic risk. Unsystematic risk. Because unsystematic risk is uncorrelated across securities, and diversified portfolios have a lot of securities. Since it's uncorrelated, the portfolio itself, at least in the limit, is free of the unsystematic risk.
So something you couldn't foresee, essentially.
No, it's not about you can't foresee systematic risk either. That's why it's called risk. The stuff that we anticipate is not the risk. It's the difference between what we anticipate and what could happen is the risk. But in this case, the risk is not due to, in a sense, market-wide things. It's a risk that is due to a specific company. Tomorrow, Google comes up with a new algorithm, okay? They have a conscious AI, right? And it probably will affect Microsoft because suddenly that nobody's going to talk to ChatGPT anymore. but I don't think it's gonna make that much effect on Coke. Because whether or not Google has a conscious AI that actually declares their love for you has nothing to do with Coke. That's a risk that's Google specific. Or tomorrow ChatGPT goes completely berserk, okay? Has all sorts of even more berserk behavior. That affects only Microsoft. Maybe a little bit of Google because of competition, because it's not going to do anything to Netflix. These are risks that are company specific or asset specific. Well, if you have a lot of these companies, some companies are going to have negative shocks like that. Some companies are going to have positive shocks. In the balance of things, you're not going to be affected. That's because of the law of large numbers. And the purpose of diversification is to get rid of them. And you haven't directly talked about it, but cost of capital is minimum required return on a new investment. That's basically what our definition is. All right, now let's do some numerical stuff. We got a common stock of J and J Homes. I don't know who comes up with these names. They usually give these to graduate students at the school where the author is. These guys make up the names. There's an expected return of 13.6 and a beta of 1.4. The expected return on the market is 11.2%. What is the risk-free rate? We can solve this in two ways. Basically, I know, let me make this a little bit less thick, because it takes a lot of room on the PDF and it's thicker. In fact, I'm not going to even use percent. We don't know the risk-free rate. And expected return on the market portfolio is 11.2, okay? Our equation is the following. Expected return is equal to risk-free rate plus beta times all we have to do is solve for risk-free rate. It's going to be divided by 8/10. So let's calculate that. I'm going to do it in a much more civilized way, but I wanted to show you the uncivilized way first. Solve it algebraically. So that's 13.6 minus 1.4 times 11.2. That should be 1 plus beta. No, 1 minus beta, I'm sorry. So it's 1485. Let's see if that's one of the answers. No, it's not. What am I doing wrong? Isn't my algebra correct? Oh, but that's because 1.4. Okay, 5.2. It's there, okay? That's through algebra. Alternatively, we solve things in Excel using much better methods. So I have expected return, risk-free rate, beta, expected return on the market. Okay. So I know beta 1.14, right? 1.4, I'm sorry. And that's 11.2. I'm going to arbitrarily enter a number for risk-free rate. If I knew these three, I could calculate the expected return times beta plus beta times expected return on the market minus the risk-free rate. Let me call the target. My target is 13.6. And in this problem, these are my inputs. In fact, this is something that I calculate.